You are now listening to The Mayor's Office, where your hosts Adriel and the Mayor talk about sports, music, life, and everything in between. Let's get started.
Yes. Episode 19 of the Mayor's Office podcast. You already know what it is.
Yes.
How you guys feeling?
Happy to be here, man. I feel like we got a United Nations of hats right now. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but he's repping LA.
Yeah.
I'm repping Jamaica. You're repping Canada.
There you go.
If our hats got into a fight, who do you think will win?
How many people are in LA? What's the population?
There's a lot. I think they're
30,
like
35 million, something like that.
LA specifically or California? Just LA?
Just LA.
So okay, if we're going just LA, it's got to be a couple mil still.
Well, Canada's winning, of course. We have nuclear weapons that we'll never use.
Yeah.
So I think we'll beat you guys. Jamaicans are fast though, so I don't know. You guys might outrun the nuclear weapons.
I feel like Los Angeles population is 3.97 million. So we got some official stats there.
All right.
I would take Jamaicans just because I feel like they're more equipped for this.
Mm-hmm.
No matter the parameters, whether it's like a gunfight or a fist fight.
They're versatile.
Okay. So, yeah.
I feel that.
I didn't mean to start off with violence, but I just noticed.
Yeah, the Jamaica LA war.
I thought we were like coming together, like United Nations, and no.
It's we don't do that. We're anti positivity over here.
Anti-peace.
Yeah, we ain't fucking with the peace over here, man. We straight warring out here. You feel me? Jeez.
Yeah, let the gunshots off.
Yes, sir. Episode 19 of the Mayor's Office podcast. I'm your host, Ralph, a.k.a. the Mayor, a.k.a. the Last Airbender, a.k.a. Peso Poppy.
Yeah, I wait for that horn to get through because it's been a while. We're waiting for that. It's your boy, Adriel Smiley Official, adrielsmiley.com, a.k.a. the Godfather, a.k.a. the Podfather. We're on our way to episode 20. We're getting there. I feel like we're at a point now where we've made our stake. We've established ourselves.
Yes.
You know what's up.
Yes.
How many people have done 19 of one thing?
That's a big point.
You got to think like I'm not gonna go down the list of things that people haven't done 19 of.
Yes.
But people haven't done 19 of anything.
Now we're legal in Canada. We were legal. We were legally potting the other episode.
Legally potting?
Yeah. Now we're legal in Canada. We're 19. I remember when I turned 19, it was a positive day. I had my first drink. Wink, wink. That was my first drink. First time ever. I was able to go in LCBO with my chest up high. Mm-hmm. And I knew she was going to ask. It was a woman cashier. I knew she was going to ask for my ID. And you know what? I already had it pulled out of my wallet. I was ready. I whipped that out. Whip it out quick.
Pause.
Hey, yo. Well, yeah. So I popped out the, I didn't whip it out. I popped out the ID and I showed it to her. And you want to know what the first drink that I got was?
Ray Nephew?
No, close. Actually, not close at all. I got Smirnoff.
You know
I got Smirnoff. When you're in high school, Smirnoff is the shit, bro.
Math with the age.
Yo. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're early baby too. Like,
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense still.
Smirnoff was the shit when you were a kid, for sure.
I don't remember the first time I got ID, but I got ID'd like last week.
Yeah.
Buying loud. And it was somewhere I'd been like plenty of times. And I looked at the dude like this, and he looked back at me. He's like, I'm only one here, so policy, whatever. And I'm like, what's the youngest I could be? Like, if you had to you didn't know me at all, what is the youngest I could possibly be?
Just looking at you.
Just looking at me.
Fuck, and I never seen you before, and I'm just looking at you. The youngest I would say is 24. 23, 24. I can't go under that.
That's what I would think as well. So to me, I was like,
You do not look like an 18-year-old nigga, bro.
No way.
Let me tell you something. Once you hit 24, 25, you have a certain level of stress that stays on your face.
What?
It just sits on it. It doesn't leave, bro. It's like it's like a weight on your face. Like you just look like you're above 25. Trust me. Maybe it's when you pay your first bills. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's when you leave the crib for the first time. Maybe it's when you graduate university, high school, college, whatever. But you got that layer of stress on your face.
It's the first time you think about credit.
Oh, Chris, I apologize.
Yo.
The listeners have been telling me, I've been getting feedback. They've been saying that Chris is a welcome addition to the podcast. So from now on, when we're introducing at the beginning of the podcast, we need Chris to give his drop too. Chris, tell the people who you are.
Sheesh. Oh, I appreciate that. Yo, Chris here, 1990 Studios. You know, I'll keep the aliases to a minimum for this episode.
What was the one we had last week? What was the
Oh, you want to know the DJ name?
Oh, I forgot it already.
Stack Edwards.
Stacks Edwards.
Nah, you had the next one.
You
had the next one. That was crazy.
The Top Gallus.
No, I don't know if it's Top Gallus. Allegedly. No, we got Chris Stacks Edwards, 1990 Studios in the building. Always happy to have the mayor's office in here. Let's go.
The other AKA will come to me. It was something brazy, and it will come to me when I remember what it was.
We'll figure it out.
I want to know what it is too.
You said it like offhand, like. It's almost like that moment we had at the shoot that I did last week where I told them about the nickname that I'm not going to say on this pod.
Yeah.
And I said, we're not recording.
Yeah.
It was like that almost, but less intentional.
Okay, I can't wait to listen to this one.
Man, I'm trying to think about
don't make sure his wife doesn't hear it because it sounds a little scandalous here.
No, definitely was scandalous.
Oh, yeah?
It definitely was scandalous, for sure.
Speaking of scandalous, you just got back from Jamaica.
Yo, you got to add Segway King into your AKA. That's just speaking of scandalous.
Let's get it. You just came back from Jamaica.
Yes, man.
You went to the land of plantain, the land of the dirty wine.
Yes.
The land that Usain Bolt was born from. You feel me? You just came from there.
Yes.
Tell us what happened.
I had to give a big shout out to Jamaica as a whole. Like,
jeez.
So full disclosure, I've been in Jamaica like, I don't know, 12, 15 times before this last time.
Yeah.
Never once stayed in a resort. Always stayed with family, been,
course,
Maypen, Kingston, all that.
Of course.
First time, stayed in Montego Bay, a Sandals resort in Montego Bay. Now, anyone who's been to Sandals and knows about Sandals, the couples resort. I was there, dolo. I was with a group of people, but I was there dolo. So already it was a little different because of that, but great time. Reggae Sumfest.
How was that?
So, I'm gonna make like a claim for all the Jamaicans out there.
Yeah.
Reggae Sumfest is like the Jamaican pilgrimage. If you're a Jamaican from the diaspora, like you have to go to Sumfest because it goes from the night till the morning for real. Like it starts at like 9 p.m. and the headliners come on at like 8, 9 a.m.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it is like this could be a whole another pod we could do just on Sumfest. But I want everyone to go to see for themselves. But it's for real. It's for real.
Same time every year.
Same time every year.
Okay.
The Sound Clash on Thursday. The Sound Clash was crazy. Me and Chris talked about that. Friday night was dancehall night. Then Saturday was reggae.
Yo, hold on. Chris, we just introduced you to the podcast as like an additional piece. You guys can't be having side conversations like this. That's what broke up the Joe Budden podcast. The side conversations fucked up the Joe Budden podcast.
Marlon Parks doing their own
you guys having side jokes. Yo, Chris, remember that nickname that you told me when Ralph wasn't there?
You were there for the nickname.
What's going on?
You were there for the nickname.
Oh, okay.
Man, we even took a trip to Barry.
You guys went to Barry. Oh, okay. All right. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I just feel a little disrespected. But it's cool.
Yeah, he got the Sumfest exclusive a couple days before, but no, there's no festival I've been to like that. And I asked like other people I was with who were there because I put some journalists from New York, journalists from the UK, and I was like, is this happening anywhere else? Am I just new to this here?
Yeah.
And they just agree with me. They said, this is not happening anywhere else. There's no place in the world where you get a festival that goes from night to the, and it goes all the way through.
Damn.
All the way through. And it's, like they're selling loud, like on the stem. Sometimes they pre-roll it for you or they'll sell the loud and the paper separately. They sell the Mickeys and bring it with Chase. So everyone is like,
okay. They want to make sure everybody's lit.
The mixed drink thing is like to a minimum. It's like, like, get your Mickey, choose what you want, and it comes with Chase. So you get your Ting, your Pop, whatever. Yeah, and it's like, the artists that are there is a lot of love. Because all Jamaican artists, basically. Yeah. And it's like the stars. Like, Bears Hammond came on, got the biggest cheer the whole weekend. After Bears Hammond was Coffee. Those two could headline their own shows separately. You know? And it's like, they were like the openers for Beanie Man and Bounty Killer at 8 in the morning. And Sizzla at 8 in the morning.
Damn, the energy must have been on 100.
No, the energy was on 1,000. This story will only be for this pod. So you say you don't want no side things? This story is only going to be told on this pod.
Oh my God.
Exclusive on this pod. So big shout out to Pat. Pat is an absolute legend. She's the journalist that I met out there based in New York. She basically knows every artist out there. Like every artist, they just know her personally. Me and Pat are just sitting there chopping it up. And Coffee comes up to Pat and is like, Pat, Patricia. Pat is
like it's the homie.
Pat is an older white woman.
Yeah.
Getting the love like you wouldn't believe. I said, my bad, Pat. You saying you're out here. So this is right before the last morning. So it's about to be Bounty Killer, Baby Sham.
Yes.
All on stage.
Yes.
So I said, full disclosure, I brought my own blunts. Kush, I had to find myself, but brought my own blunts because, that's just where I stick to. I said, okay, it's about to be the morning performance. Let me catch a spot, ball up, get ready for the performance. They also sell chairs out there because there's no seats.
They sell chairs. Goddamn Jamaicans, man.
So you're making
money any way they can.
I'm telling you. And there's different levels to the chairs. So I bought like a nice lawn chair.
Oh my God.
And this is also the worst part.
Yeah.
In the press pit, the photo section, they were selling tickets so you could watch the show from the press pit. So the press pit was a zoo.
Damn.
A zoo. So I get my chair, I go to the back of the press pit, kick up, smoke my blunt. Coffee and her team end up right beside me. So Coffee's a big star. Everyone's pictures, whatever. Coffee's just trying to smoke her J with her team.
And just kick it in.
Yeah. So she comes to me. She's like, "Oh, I see you smoking a blunt, eh?" Like one of those. Like she's from Toronto.
Yeah.
Like, "Oh, I see you in your blunt. We're chopping up a little bit." And I said, "I'm so sorry because in every single one of your pictures is me with this blunt." And she was like, "Nah, it's all good."
Yeah, she was cool.
But she was cool. She was worried she wouldn't know any of the words to some of the songs from the tribute, but that was just like how cool the vibe was. It wasn't on no crazy whatever. Everyone was chill.
Yeah.
Obviously, people took some pictures with her, but it was not no craziness. It was still on some respect.
I'm happy to hear that. I love when stars are humble, especially young ones like Coffee.
Yeah.
I love to hear when they're humble.
Mm.
One thing that some of the listeners that have not been to Jamaica, they want to know from you, what is the quality difference with the weed?
Here's the thing. Here's what I'll say. I don't think there was a huge difference in quality. I would say as of now, Toronto's quality is probably better, or Canada's quality is better than what I had. But they have dispensaries now out there.
Okay.
And so the dispensaries could be a whole different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I was grabbing from Winston on the street with, the
Uncle Garfield.
Uncle Garfield with the weed around his neck
and
the pack of nuts on his head. Pause.
Yes.
So
hey yo.
So,
I hear that.
So I can't say for the rest of the island, but from what I had, I won't say it was Reggie because it was still sticky and all that, but it wasn't,
Well, our shit is like medical grade. Theirs is like
recreation.
Authentic. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. So.
All right. So shout outs to your time in Jamaica. I'm glad that you came back home safe. I was worried about you. You know what I mean? But you look like you were having a fantastic time. Chris, were you worried about Adriel coming back safe or everything was cool?
I mean, he was gone to sandals. So I figured, how much trouble can he get in? But I mean, being single in sandals, that's an anomaly.
Oh, so yes, for the Patreon episode, we'll talk about the other stuff.
Yo, I'll tell you what happened to Saddles for real. I had a butler.
You can't say this shit for free, bro.
No, I'm saying the free shit. This is the free shit.
Okay.
I had a butler, and they gave me a butler phone that I could call. Only the number was programmed
just for him
on some Bruce Wayne shit.
Okay.
And the second they started walking me to my room, if you seen the light in his eyes, he said, "Oh, you're single, eh?" Ah! So they were more excited than all the listeners of me being single in sandals.
Damn.
The staff was the most excited.
They were fired up.
They were like, "Oh, him? Okay, perfect."
So I got a question for you. You went to a couples retreat resort, whatever, right? Were there any couples trying to pull you in for extra chat or?
I was staying away from that. I'm gonna be clear. I was staying away from that. I talked to some couples for sure, and I just didn't let it get there.
Okay.
I was like being cordial. I said, "Listen, I'm a journalist. I'm here for work. So unless you want, your private parts written about, just keep it to yourself."
Just keep it. All right. Cool. Cool.
But so, there was some energy though, for sure.
All right.
Stay away from that.
So people aren't going to tune in for our Patreon episode because you have no exclusives for them.
No exclusives.
So we're making no money this week. All right. Sounds good. So speaking of Caribbean vibes, Caribbean events. Caravana just happened.
Yes.
It's probably going to be a little bit past time when y'all listen to this.
It's past time now.
Well, way past Caravana. When Caravana weekend happened, quick recap. I didn't do anything crazy. I was in a relationship. I said was. You guys will figure out the story for that next episode. But Caravana wasn't too crazy. I did like the vibes. I actually had a friend from America. He was supposed to come up, unvaccinated though.
Okay.
So he is not allowed to come into the country. He didn't find out until last minute, so he wasn't able to come. I do feel
that hurts.
Like that affected a lot of the energy when it came to certain events. A lot of Americans and other people that like outside of Canada weren't able to come into the city. But overall, it's a good vibe. Another takeaway that I found is Burna Boy might be Canadian. He might be Caribbean because they were playing Last every single place I went. Certain floats were playing Last. It was crazy. Like Burna Boy is on 100. So it brought me to the conclusion that Last is probably going to be the song of the year.
Last is definitely a song of the year. And as well, I think that like the Caribbean people, we're just adopting Burna Boy. You know, Dave Chappelle had that racial draft?
Yes.
We're taking Burna Boy in the racial draft.
Yes, and how the Chinese wanted Tiger Woods.
Exactly. Because even in Jamaica, we played Last on the aux a couple of times on the way to the boat.
Crazy.
And the DJ, that was the first song he played when he started playing music. So it was like, Burna Boy is, you know, he's taking the Caribbean vibes and he's a part of us for now.
I appreciate that because Afro beats is finally getting in the forefront, but they needed a face.
Yes.
There wasn't a face where it was like, yo, this is the, like you had certain mans like Davido and stuff like that, but Burna Boy is the face.
Especially over here because I thought WizKid would have been the one.
WizKid too, sorry.
Because when one dance happened, WizKid was popping like probably like a couple of years before that.
Yes.
And so that was like, okay, finally, you know, because when Drake met WizKid over there, WizKid was already the guy. So I thought that would definitely be a, you know, but it doesn't work out like that all the time. He's still huge, but, you know, Burna Boy kind of surpassed him over here. So
for sure.
Happy to have that.
One other takeaway that I got, you already know what it is, Caravana weekend. A lot of people from the US end up coming here. I came to the realization just being on road, just casually walking with my friends, that American women are they're more aggressive than Canadian women.
I was trying
Torontonian women. And American men too, to be fair. Like when it comes to Americans in general, they're just a little more aggressive when they see what they want. I don't know what the correlation is with like why Canadian or Torontonians at least are so reserved with like trying to just put themselves out there.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's like a pride thing or whatever, man and woman. I'm not like specifying specific
or however you identify.
Or however you identify. But I just found like I would walk down the road or just be with some like my homie or whatever, and a girl would just be like, "Oh man, you look good," or some shit like that.
Yeah.
So like I was taken aback. I was I was like, "Excuse me,
you talking to me?"
Yeah. So like shit like that was like it was interesting. So I kind of understand. You always hear when girls say like, "Yo, these American guys, they come into the city and like you know they show them love and everything like that." Like I kind of get it to an extent. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I like that energy in the city though. Yeah. I like, especially when there's like a festival or something happening. I like the energy of everyone just being like, "Oh, you look good," or "What's," you know what? I like that energy, especially when it's like everyone's outside.
Yeah.
Because then it's like, we don't have to only talk just to holler. You know, I could show you love and that could just be it.
But the thirsty niggas, they ruin that, like
100%.
That casual conversation. Just say, "Hey, you look nice," and keep it moving. Thirsty niggas ruin that swag, bro. I'm telling you, it makes it hard for the people that are just genuinely trying to have an open, carefree conversation and keep it moving. So please, you thirsty niggas, you're ruining it for the rest of the people that just want to say hi. Like I like the presence of like women. Like you know what I mean? Like I prefer to like be around and talk to some women and this is that. Doesn't mean I'm trying to have sex with them. Doesn't mean I'm trying to like pursue them in any way, shape, or form. But like everybody has like some thirsty friends or a thirsty guy around them that's just a little too much. It kind of ruins the swag for everybody.
Yeah, like that video, you're scaring the hoes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yo, does that ever like go into play when you go to like, you know, talk to a girl? Do you ever think like, oh, am I coming off like too like aggressive or anything like that? Especially when like shit's kind of heightened.
100%.
People are like super like woke and sensitive and like all that stuff.
Yeah, I overthink it sometimes. Sometimes like I overthink like, yo, should I step to this person? Should I, you know what? We had a great conversation. Is it okay for me to take that extra step? Should I calm down? Like, but I always get a lot of women that will say to me like, yo, like you were very respectful respectful and stuff like that. Like I've never like kind of pushed that boundary.
Yeah.
But it's getting harder and harder
to know
where the line is. So like I just implore anybody that's like in the dating world right now, like just kind of toe that line and see when it's safe to, you know, take that extra step or just take a step back.
Yeah, I would say like what I do is I try to ask as many questions as I can, you know? And I'll like, I'm a joker. So I'll make a joke and be like, listen, you give me the go ahead, I will be there. You know, like you don't gotta tell me twice, you know? And as well too, it's like, I think reciprocity is huge in this because sometimes it's like reciprocity, you're like, okay, she just said I'm whatever. Yeah. I feel cool to do that. But sometimes it's not always there.
100%.
So it's like, how do you move when you don't have that reciprocity?
You have to open the door for the opposite sex or whatever whatever your interest is. You have to open the door for that person that you're attracted to make that first step. So yeah, asking as much questions as possible, cracking a couple lighthearted jokes, things like that, and then kind of seeing how they feel like. Yeah, it's a game, man. You're playing tennis.
I think you gotta like pay attention too, because I feel like there's a lot of like guys out there that are just like not picking up the signals.
Oh hell no!
She wants me, and
it's either ego driven or you know they have like no clue what's going on.
Yeah. That's why I try not to be around dudes like that. I can't wait until next episode to really talk about this.
You gotta cut those.
Yeah.
What I'm getting now, and I know this was probably like 2 years ago, started happening to me, is I feel like. So to some women, let me be clear, to some women, I'm like a level of attractive where they just don't want to tell me.
Yeah.
They think, oh, he knows he's sweet. He probably has bare girls, whatever it is. So to me, I don't always look for reciprocity because I know that like if you see a girl who you know is like crazy attractive and you're like, there has to be 10 guys talking to you.
Yeah.
You might be less, forthright with your compliments just because you're like, okay, you're probably getting bare those.
Yeah.
So I realize that energy sometimes coming towards me. So when I know that Andrew's coming towards me, and I'm
you're
like,
a sweeter man.
Exactly.
Jeez.
So when I see Andrew coming towards me, I'm like, okay, that gives me the go ahead to be like, okay, I can be, calm and cool and be open for me to compliment you, but looking for it back. Okay. Because sometimes it feels forced and you be like, oh, you're mad cute, and they could say, oh, you're mad cute too.
Yeah.
Then it's like, me, I could be like, oh my God, your smile looks phenomenal, absolutely delicious. And it's just like, I don't need you to give me that back. I know that I look great.
Yeah.
I know that you think that without you saying that. So,
see, these are the reasons why we need to get a woman on the podcast just to kind of like assist us, be with like another host, like just kind of speak their mind. Like I am issuing an open message to any woman that is interested.
Air horn for this one.
Sorry?
Air horn for this one.
There you go.
Call going out.
Yeah. Call going out. Open letter. I'm penning this right now. Any woman that would love to come on the Mayor's Office podcast, come talk with us. We would love to like add somebody. We would love to open up another layer of discussion, just because sometimes I know it can be hard listening to three niggas just talk. So please provide some levity, and we would love to have a female come on the podcast and kind of, add another take. What do you think, Chris? You think that's a good idea?
Yo, always, man. You got to try things out, see what works, see which doesn't, Are you doing some mayor office tryouts maybe? Post up a bulletin somewhere?
That'd be so sexist. Yeah, trying out for women.
Get them to send in their like reel or something?
Yeah.
Nah, you know what?
You got someone...
Talk to him, Adriel.
I have an idea. We're saying it's on the pod. So if this idea sucks, tell me on the pod. If it's great,
drop a comment.
Yeah. I think we should do auditions and make it like an audition episode. And we have our topic list. Yeah. Give everybody 5 minutes.
Damn.
And they just come in and we say which one had the best vibe. And we just do a pod with all of them.
Speed dating. But
like speed dating, but on the pod.
And then after we sign whoever the person is, we tell them that this is a non-paying thing and none of us are getting paid for this shit.
Exactly. Or pay you an exposure.
Exactly. There you go.
Yeah, I like that live audition idea,
I feel like we should just get somebody on and just constantly like try them out. Not saying it's anything permanent, and just say, yo, if you're feeling this and we're feeling your vibe and everything, like let's continue it and keep it moving. But yeah, I would love to get a female on the podcast. So, and speaking of that, last week was great. We had Tales from the Beauty Bar.
Yes.
A lot of good feedback. You know what I mean? I stopped using Siri since. But for reasons that I'll talk about next episode,
This episode is going to be a crazy one.
I'm fired up for it.
For reasons I can't talk about until the next episode, Tales from the Beauty Bar is currently dead. We'll never bring it back. I never want to see this. I never want to do this segment ever again. And that's pretty much it. So Tales from the Beauty Bar dead, but we will supplement that with a female co-host at some point.
Yeah, and I want the people in the comments to let us know, like, if there are any topics that fit Tales from the Beauty Bar that you just have in the tuck, put them in the comments.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah, put them in the comments. Let us know. DM the Mayor Media.
The Mayor Media, yes, sir.
Yeah, DM the Mayor Media. Give us those topics, because I feel like there's something there. Maybe the origin of that topic is not.
For sure.
But there's something there.
There's something there. All right, guys. So I wanted to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, something that's very close to me, something that I cannot live without: my beard. So without my beard, I don't think I'd be the man I am today. So I thought to myself that maybe the beard is a superpower for certain men out there. Do you guys feel the same way?
Yes. I think there is power in the beard.
There's power in the beard. Chris, how you feel about your beard?
Oh, absolutely. I don't think I'll ever not have a beard.
Okay.
I mean, there's a few spots, I would like that they would work, they would be maybe a little more plentiful.
Yes.
In certain areas.
There you go.
But,
so you're saying never.
Sure. The last time I was clean shaven was probably like 2018, 2019.
That's not that long ago.
Yeah,
brother.
it's not that long
That's
ago.
pre-pandemic.
It's like 5 years. 4 years? No, that's not.
4 years. 4 years. Yeah.
About 4 years.
Yeah. Okay.
That's not that long ago, though.
But it was like a one-time thing. Like, I remember when the beard was finally coming in, because I was like a guy where, like, I ran the goatee for a while.
Okay.
Then finally, I got the mustache going, and to the point where my wife was finally like, all right, she stopped making fun of me for it. And then the rest of the beard started to come together.
Yeah.
And now it's not leaving.
Okay. All right. So for my beard story, pretty much I was always shaving, right? I was shaving. But at a certain point in my life, my dad wasn't really around. So I never knew the proper technique. When I started getting facial hair, I never knew the proper technique, right? And as a black man, we can't use straight edge razors like the Gillette razors and stuff. It's bad for us just because our hair is curly. We start to get a lot of ingrowns and stuff, right? Yeah. So pretty much I was shaving. And I had my girlfriend at the time. And she told me, like, she's like, oh, I don't think you can grow a beard. And I'm very competitive. So I said, all right, bet.
Wow.
And at the same time, my barber, shout out to Youngest, my barber said, yo, bro, you got to let it grow out a little bit because the straight edge razors are not going to work. Yeah. Only the clippers that the barbers use work, and haircuts are expensive and I'm broke. Yeah. So I said, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to let it grow out. And then I ended up letting it grow out. So
how old were you when this happened, when you had it?
I was early 20s. I was like 20, 21, 22.
I was going to say, I feel like you had a beard for a minute.
Yeah, I had the beard for like 6 years now, 7 years.
Yeah, you've just had the beard for a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when you first grow the beard, it's just a sense of pride you have in yourself. You're like, I've accomplished something. Yeah. I've done what they thought I couldn't.
There you go.
So...
See, I'm 5'7.5" and 3/4.
but with
the beard,
you need that little extra. Trust me. I tell everyone I'm 6 foot.
Man added it up and got to 5'9".
So I'm like
American
I'm 5'8". I'm 5'8" in Air Forces. So anyway, so pretty much when I have the beard, I feel like I'm 6'3". I feel like But if I shave the beard, I'm gonna get back to the original height. So anyway, we got some pre and post beard pictures. It's gonna be hard for the non-podcast watchers to understand what we're doing, but me and Adriel put up some pre and post beard pictures. And we just want to see the growth and the evolution.
This is why you watch the YouTube. We give you reasons every single episode to watch the YouTube. Here's another one.
Oh man, the zoom in is crazy.
All
right, so you got me in this is like probably 13 maybe. You can see there's a little bit of shadow there.
This is not bad though, because you still look like an older man.
Yeah.
It's almost like you don't have a beard by choice.
I was like 24, 25.
Yeah, it looks like by choice. Yeah. It's not like you're struggling. You're like, nigga chose not to have a beard.
There you go. Okay, here, this is grade 9. Yeah, this is different. Yeah, I don't know why I was biting my lips here.
It was a time.
It was a time to bite your lips in your pictures, and every nigga was trying to be light skinned in their pictures. So yeah,
this is a crazy era.
I like the fit.
Yo, I never got that after I lost it. I never bought another one of those sweaters after I lost it. Vest? But it was hard. Shout outs to Mousy. She took that picture way back in the day.
Throwback. Oh my days.
Jeez.
Look at the little shadow. That's my issue. Like I've had a beard for a long time, but I had the chin strap before. Like in high school, I had the chin strap, which was disgusting, but I felt pride, like, my chin strap can connect. But I never went past that to be like, okay, let's actually grow a full beard here, you know? So this little shadow thing you're seeing here is like, what was I thinking? I might as well just went clean shaven. What was the point of this?
Shout out to James Johnson, bro.
A lie? This is how you know what year it is.
Damn. And you got the peace sign? Yo, niggas don't do the peace sign no more, bro. That shit dead.
I'm happy with my fit, though. That's all I can say. I'm happy with my fit. Sometimes you see a little picture of yourself and you're just like, what was I wearing?
Yeah.
That's a fit that I could get off right now.
Yeah,
so, I'm happy with that fit.
I rock with it.
Oh, my gosh. Shout out to Josh Din. He was in line with me for hours.
Oh, it was a meet and greet?
It was a meet and greet.
Oh, man. This one's a little fuzzy. Yep. But this was my first year of university there.
Like a semi-formal or something like that?
Yeah. We had our first semi-formal. Chris, stop zooming. It's very pixelated.
My bad. My fingers are...
But this is when the chin was coming in. I thought, I could just rock with the chin, you know what I'm saying? So I had the little chin going on.
I feel like a lot of people start with the chin because that's what I was saying. Like, you gotta start with the chin and then grow it out.
And then grow it out. So I did the chin, then I did the chin mustache, but then the mustache made me look like a little creepy.
Yeah.
So then I said, all right, I gotta rock the whole beard. Yeah.
Yeah, just the chin ain't bad though. The chin ain't bad.
We can get out of that. And then we got the cheese taking the transit.
Yo.
Adriel, who you calling?
I don't even know what's going on.
Can you zoom in on that phone real quick?
Yo, what phone is this?
I think it's an iPhone 5C.
Damn, that is a fat iPhone, dog.
That's a 5C right there. The plastic shit.
Yeah.
And the white ones?
Yeah, you know those ones.
Yep.
Look how small it is too. It's like you have to pinch your hand to hold it.
It's crazy. That's the thing I don't understand is like, what was this shadow shit I had going on? Like, I just don't. But again, though, I'm not mad at my fit. What I was trying to do with the fit, I understood where I was going.
You really like the bomber jackets. I'm getting that out of
the bomber jackets. That was a long tee days.
I rock with the bomber jackets though.
Bomber jacket, long tee, snapback.
Bro, I actually genuinely don't know what kind of weather it is outside when you're wearing that.
Right? Oh my days!
But shout outs to the pre-beard, bro. Shout outs to the pre-beard.
I think I got one more. I got one more. Yeah, I feel like you had one more too. No?
Nah. I put some post-beard pictures, but we already seen post-beard. It's just me.
It's me who I am with the post-beard.
I'm getting.
Yeah. When you brought up the pre-beard and post-beard, I'll say this: like I've met so many people who only know me with the beard.
Yeah.
That it's like that's just how they know me.
Yeah.
Like. People like you who see me pre-beard and post-beard, a lot of people have not seen me without a beard.
It's like before Christ and after Christ.
So they just only know me as this guy with the beard. And before, like, my beard's pretty big now, but there was a time when it was so big that at Christmas time, my family was like asking me if I was Muslim. So that was the time when the beard was at its like real peak. And I was like, I'm never cutting this.
I had to page my barber recently because like, he's good. He's a great barber. He does his thing, but he likes to fade, right? I just started going to him like the last couple months. He likes to fade. I said, yo, stop that, bro. Cut the fade. I need the beard to be thick, bro. It was to a point where other men were complimenting me on road, bro.
That's how you know.
You know what I mean? That's how you know the beard's up, fam.
Yeah, when you get, I had one of those. It was a woman, but I had one of those like the other day, and it was me and my friend Anthony, and he's like, oh, you talking about my beard? She's like, absolutely not. His, look at it. I was like, damn. Yeah. So yeah, now I think here's what I'll say. Now beards are mainstream.
Yes.
So everyone and their cousin has a beard of some sort. But I would encourage every man to see if you can grow your beard to the full extent of the law, because I think that like sets you apart in a different way.
November's coming up though. So
having a big beard is almost like a girl having a fat ass. Like the rest of you could be a mess.
Yeah.
But you maybe can hang with that. So
there you go. Gentlemen, castor oil is your friend.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, this trial I didn't actually watch because I'm not really a trial watcher. I didn't watch the Johnny Depp trial. I'm just not into that kind of thing. I'm not a TV watcher. But I thought this one was interesting because this is going to set a precedent for the conspiracy theorists. Now, Alex Jones owes $45.2 million to some of the Sandy Hook parents for some of the stuff he was saying online. Actually, it adds up to 49.3 million. Like that matters. Yeah. But there's 2 more trials after this. So this is not even the last trial. And basically, after the thing happened with Sandy Hook, he was online. I think he runs InfoWars, and he was saying stuff about the shooting had been part of the government plot to confiscate Americans' firearms. Yeah. And the victims' families were complicit in the scheme.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, I love conspiracy theories. You know what I'm saying? Whether I believe in them or not, I just want to know where someone's brain will go. Remember we talked about last week about like, if I say something, someone thinks I'm disagreeing for this reason. Mm-hmm. I just love to hear how someone's brain works. You know, they hear something and they go, there's no way that's true. Yeah. You know, I love to hear how people's brains work. But this is like taking conspiracy theories and putting like a penalty on it. Mm-hmm. Because usually you talk about free speech, say whatever you want. And basically there was a time when they were making apparently $800,000 a day from all these conspiracies on the site InfoWars.
That's crazy.
So to have him have to like almost kind of pay that back, I would say, to the families and even plus some, because he was also hiding money, $11,000 a day, as soon as he got kind of knew that he was going to go to court. Mm-hmm. So this is like, I didn't know there was this much money in conspiracy theories, first of all. Like, yeah. Like if this was what it was, I would have, what?
So does he host a show or a podcast? Yeah. Like, how's it? What's the format?
It's a website, InfoWars.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think he owns a parent company that owns InfoWars.
Gotcha.
So and his net worth is, this is a crazy range too. It's how you know he's in some crazy stuff with the money. Yeah. Because his net worth range is basically as big as his net worth. His net worth ranges from 135 million to 270 million.
Damn.
That's a crazy range.
Yeah, that is a range.
Yeah, and at one point he was paying himself $6 million a year.
Alex Jones.
So it's like, first of all, making money off conspiracies, that's the American way. Nothing's more American than that.
I think you're going to say that's the American dream.
For some it is.
Well, fear too. That's a great way to make some bread.
Yeah, fear goes in with that. And he filed for bankruptcy last week, but he still has to pay this almost 50 million. Mm-hmm. But I just like this precedent of you say certain things online, it comes back to bite you. Because not everyone will be able to afford this kind of settlement. You know, like if it's me and you and they try and sue us, like they're not getting 50 million.
Oh, no cap. They're probably not getting $50.
Yeah, you know, it's going to be a whole different story. But for someone on a large scale to spread these kind of things, and a sensitive topic too, like Sandy Hook is not no light issue.
For sure.
So if something's that serious, for him to get in trouble for it, and this is the first. He has 2 more trials to go. And the first trial is at this price. So like this is the precedent of like what is capable.
Yeah.
So think about it going. So I'm excited to see what this happens and what changes in terms of people like spreading things online, because now you see there's consequences.
Yeah, for sure. And this is like the era of everybody having their voice, right? So he has a tremendous following. Mm-hmm. People are going to listen and follow with the things he says. You spread a conspiracy theory, then a lot of people are going to follow and take it as like the gospel, you know what I'm saying? So it's pretty crazy, bro.
Yeah, it reminded me of the Joe Rogan thing when he was talking about COVID, and people were saying, oh, I'm leaving Spotify, I'm never going to use Spotify.
Yeah.
Like that was like, I didn't take that as serious because I was like, first of all, like it's Joe Rogan. And then secondly, I'm like, it's Spotify, like listen or don't listen. But this is more like if Joe Rogan got fired and had to pay, you know?
Yeah.
So think about that next time someone, like, I think it has to go to a certain level. He was making almost $1 million a day doing this.
Crazy.
And, you know, this was like people's lives, like COVID's people's lives as well, but this is like a mass shooting.
Yeah.
So I think that's a little bit different why it's such a big deal. But I think that this sets a precedent. Like anyone saying any conspiracy stuff going forward.
Yeah, that topic was like super, just super sensitive and stuff. And I think part of with that is the people's families whose kids did lose, like who lost their kids in that like tragic situation. They had people like harassing them and doing stuff and trying to say that they're fake. They work for the government, all this stuff. So imagine like you lose your child in this situation, and then people are like hounding you.
So much pain already to deal with, like, on top of it.
And it was like, you know, like I'm like you. Like I honestly, I love to hear a good conspiracy.
Yes.
You know, let's go down the rabbit hole. Like I definitely enjoy that. Like but there's certain ones where it's just like when you're taking like people's like, when it's just a clear, obvious thing, and like people have like genuinely lost their lives over, and you're like talking about sensitive topics like that, it's like a little
conspiracies are great when it affects people that are way above us.
Yeah.
Like celebrities.
Let's bring back the Epstein stuff.
Politicians and shit like that. But when it's affecting like everyday people, they're not built for it, bro. They're not built to handle like the negatives of a conspiracy theory and what other people may believe.
Well, there's a lot of crazy people out there, right? So they hear that, they're gonna go down the rabbit hole. They probably already are like anti-government,
they believe
anti-everything. So they have this guy who's out there just basically platforming everything they believe, and like they're like, I found my tribe, and then it becomes like a tribal thing, and they're like indoctrinated in this person's camp.
And it's what they're suggesting as well, like. The idea of someone losing a child is already tough. Losing like for your kid to lose their life at school. You drop them to school and they lose their life at school. And then this comes out saying that you were complicit in that and you were a part of that plan.
And did you hear about his attorney accidentally sent over?
I saw that.
Like all the conversations for the last 2 years on his phone. And he went and I think what was in there was him. I'm pretty sure he said in there that he acknowledged that it was real and not bullshit. So that just pretty much just locked it in, I think.
The attorney sends it to who?
Send it to the families. Send it to the prosecuting lawyer.
Oh, wow.
Send it to their camp. So they got all their things. And on trial, you see him talk to him. He's like, are you aware that your attorney sent us over your transcripts for all your conversations for the last 2 years? And you could see Alex be like, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
I mean,
listen.
So.
Before we move on, why I like this the most is for the next election with Agent Orange coming back. Because Agent Orange did a lot of this type of thing.
Yeah.
And obviously the different rules for the president.
I think they're boys too.
Different. No, they are boys.
Yeah.
Different rules for someone of Donald Trump's status. But he was suggesting things that are hurtful and untrue kind of on this same level, you know? And especially because it's like, how do you, like, you put someone in jail for that? Maybe that seems like a bit too far. Again, he's filing for bankruptcy and they're saying he needs to pay $50 million. So it seems like they're hurting him some way. But to someone like Trump, that $50 million is not going to matter as much, you know? But the families need to have something. So I feel like when Agent Orange comes back and he's going to be saying what he's saying, this precedent set at least will mean something. That'll be like, if they can't get him, they can get someone around him or someone who's working for him to put this stuff out. So I hope this doesn't stop conspiracy theories as a whole because I love them.
No, I don't think it's going to stop them all, but I think it's going to definitely like those like deep ones. I think people are going to be thinking twice.
I hope so. I hope so.
I mean, people, common sense isn't so common. So
yeah, it's facts.
As much as we can say that.
Because there was a harmless one that I heard about OVO Fest. About Drake getting COVID. They said Drake really don't have COVID and he just don't want to perform with Nicki and Wayne. I said
that's bullshit.
Crazy, right?
He's doing it. We're recording on Saturday, but he's supposed to do it.
He's doing it tonight.
Yeah. Right?
So those are the conspiracy theories I like. I like to hear those ones that are obviously nonsense. It's not hurting no one. Like the one about
Flat Earth.
Yeah, where like when the Wi-Fi thing happened, they're like, oh, Drake did that so the Weeknd couldn't perform.
Bro, I heard some shit. People are saying Drake didn't get COVID. So what he did was he was turning up so much Caravana weekend that he's like, yo, I need a fucking week to chill out. I'm like, yo, do you know how much logistics go into setting up a festival?
No way.
And he's like got so much money where he could like, get the IVs, he could.
Come on, man.
He could bounce back.
And yo, half of these concerts are lip syncing anyway.
I was gonna say Drake is doing like 8 verses. Like he's coming out doing a 16, going to the back.
Facts.
Yeah.
So we'll see how OVO Fest goes. I hope this nigga doesn't lip sync because we're gonna go check this guy next weekend or whenever you guys are listening to this. Kendrick, we're going to the Kendrick concert.
I promise you, he's not.
I seen clips, yo. He's been going crazy with the concert.
It looks crazy. So I've been a little critical of Kendrick. Yeah. Full disclosure, I've seen him twice. But I think this may be his best show. I think there's a chance of that. My thing with Kendrick is I wonder what songs he performs now. That I just want to know what it's. I know you can look at the set list, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna wait to see it.
Yeah, I want to be surprised too.
But I'm interested to see what songs are on his set list because he has a lot of He could just do it all bangers and give you like the show that will have you leaving happy. You know what I'm saying? Like
no B-sides.
Like if he does a Heart Part 5, I don't see everyone singing along to that. Like it would be great to see him do it and that, oh, this is happening. But I'm sure you want to hear Money Trees more than you want to hear the Heart Part 5.
100%.
So I'm wondering, are there going to be more Money Trees in there?
Yeah.
Or more the rigor mortis?
Because this is my first Kendrick concert and I am a super big Kendrick fan. I do want him to go in the back catalog a little bit. As much as I did love this last album, like it was great. I don't think it was the strongest album overall. So I do want to hear like more Good Kid, Mad City. I want to hear High Power. I want to hear Rigor Mortis. I want to hear. You said Money Trees. I want to hear that. I want to hear Humble. You know what I mean? Like I want to hear those songs that I missed out on hearing in the past. So
that's what I think. I think that's what would please the fans the most.
Yeah.
Even me personally, because it's been 5 years. So we haven't seen, even though those songs have been out forever, we haven't seen those songs live in forever.
Facts.
So it's like, yeah, to me, like there's probably a couple songs out this new one that's N95, obviously.
Yeah, for
stuff like that. But I'm with you. I want to see the throwbacks the most. I'm excited for this Kendrick concert, man.
I am. I'm gonna be high as fuck. I'm gonna make sure I drink some weed water. I'm gonna be good. Quick question for you guys. Kendrick's gonna be in Toronto. What's the percentage chance that Drake comes out? 0 or 1?
How many
Poetic Justice.
How many zeros can I put together? How many zeros can I put together?
Chris, what are you saying? 1% chance?
Nah, I'm probably not. I don't think he's coming out.
0. Okay.
I would say 0. I think at this point, all these guys
they hate each other.
I don't think it's hate, but I think it's this. Look from an industry perspective.
Yeah.
If you think you're the guy, number one, you've heard all these bars the past year of Kendrick calling Drake too.
Yeah.
Right? So you think you're the number one guy. And everywhere you go, you get the love because it's you're in person. So if I pull up a Kendrick, I'm not gonna see Kendrick in person and say, "Oh my God, Kendrick, I love Drake." That's not happening. So when I pull up, I get the love for me.
That's true.
But when I go online, depending on whatever it is, this week it may be Drake's the greatest of all time or so-and-so's whatever. But there's no mutually exclusive way to say they're both at the top.
There can only be one number one just in life with music, with friendships. That's why I know I'm better than DeMar.
DeMar's catching strays.
From
the UK. From the UK.
Oh, he's in the UK right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
He's ducking you.
Don't worry, I'm gonna get Sully and Sully and them boys on him from Top Boy.
Oh, what's his face was there too at Sumfest?
Which one?
Jamie?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert. I didn't like the way they killed Jamie in the last season.
Yeah, that was rough.
But it was very last minute. I didn't like it. And he was one of the top 3 characters in the show.
Yeah, so. No, they did wrong with that one.
Yeah.
But you're right. I think that they I don't know if they beef, but they definitely
just
are
don't
not
rock with each other.
Because here's the thing. I look at it this way. If Drake comes out on Kendrick's show, whose moment is that?
The city's.
Whose moment is that? That'd be Drake's moment.
That is Drake's. Is it Drake's moment?
He said it's the city. He said Drake's city.
People are gonna talk about that. Be like, "Yo, remember when Drake came out at the Kendrick
That's Drake's
show?"
moment.
I mean, you're in the Man City though. It has to be his moment.
You think Kendrick's gonna give Drake a moment?
Yo,
you see what I'm saying?
Fair.
Yo, I saw Bun B at the Huxton years back, and Drake came out just at the end. And wicked show. We talk about a few things, but I always mention, remember when Drake came out at the Bun B show? You know?
Now you always remember, like Drake came out at Midget Jordan a few years back.
See?
You always remember when.
Like that's one of the talking points.
That's the thing I think too is like, there are certain things, especially if you're a top artist, Kendrick, Cole, Chance, whoever, like there are certain things you can't do that another artist can do.
Okay.
If that makes any sense. So Drake is one of the artists where it's like, there's certain things Drake can pull off, whether it's a moment or a single or whatever, that no matter how good you rap, you know you can't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So you just stick to what you can do. You don't even want to step into the other lane of things you can't do because you'll never be able to win in that lane.
True.
So if I stay in this lane, I'll win every time.
That's a good point.
That's a really good point. Yeah, I fuck with that. Speaking of winning and not winning, DJ Khaled, he claimed to us a few years ago that all he does is win. All I heard from feedback recently of this new song, DJ Khaled, Drake, Lil Baby, Staying Alive. All I heard, the feedback was mixed, damn near poor feedback. I heard the song, I wasn't feeling it. I played the song for Chris before you pulled up. Chris, what do you think of the track?
Oh, I told you, you're bang on. It sounds like it was phoned in. Nothing too out of the ordinary. And it not even like, I I like your point because like when you told me that the Staying Alive track, and I'm assuming the sample is going to be in there.
Yeah.
And I don't think we could hear the sample. Like, could you hear how that was used? Or like,
well, it was on the chorus. Like he sampled the lyrics on the chorus.
The lyrics he sampled, but not the actual.
I guess itself. I was hoping he'd sample like the beat or something. I don't know. Or like the hook, the actual. I don't know.
I feel like I'm not as surprised because here's what Khaled does well. Khaled makes the song that he's already made. Like just in a different year, like.
But that can come off as lazy.
But
what would you compare this to then? What would be the one?
Generic song from generic album here.
This is like
I'm serious, bro.
Yeah, no, yeah. Like,
I feel like it's wasted too. Really top level features.
Yeah.
It's not wasted because I know these guys are like boys and everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's like, all right. I heard a good point on the Joe Budden podcast. I'm sorry I cut your point. By the way, Adriel, we'll get to it. My bad. But they said that essentially it was cookie cutter to the point that it was like we've all heard this before.
Yes.
We've all heard this exact song before. We've all heard this like insert verse here, insert verse here. And anytime, this is the big point, anytime the media is bigger than the song itself, or they put too much media behind a song release, not an album release, a song release, the song never lives up to it.
Facts. No, I think that's what Khaled does. That's what I was trying to say. That's kind of what Khaled does. Khaled will hype the song to blood clot. And then when the song comes out, it's just like, the song's good. But here's the thing as well as like, I think of a song like No Complaints with Drake and Offset. That song is like not like the craziest hip hop song ever.
Yeah.
But Drake and Offset both don't have songs like that on their own as much, more than that song they did together. They created a vibe that is more like a mix of their two vibes. That's kind of what you want in a collab with these two big artists.
Yeah.
It's like Drake could do a Lil Baby song, and Lil Baby could do a Drake song. But you want it to sound like what a Drake Lil Baby song should sound like. And I feel like Wants and Needs was like a version of that. Even though that was more a Lil Baby song, that was like a version of like what a Drake Lil Baby song should sound like.
Yeah.
This wasn't that. This was more like, this song could have been anyone's song. This could have been a Gunna song. This could have been a whoever.
Yeah.
But it happened to be Drake and Lil Baby. And that's what Khaled does. Khaled's not always trying to like take you out of your comfort zone or create something new. Khaled is more like, I'm going to put you in your comfort zone. Like you're going to create the same thing you've been creating that you're used to.
Yeah.
And I feel like doing that with two artists this big, like what is that going to give you? Because they're in different lanes, quote unquote. So putting them in like a comfort zone, where does that get us?
I respect DJ Khaled a lot, bro. I respect like where he came from and where he's at now. And the fact that like people still to this day hate on what his craft is. Like he's a legitimate DJ one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But to get all these artists together, I remember when like what's the name of that song with like Paul Wall and shit like that. But anyway.
Oh, Holla at Me Baby?
Yeah, when Holla at Me Baby came on BET for the first time, I'm like, yo, these posse cuts are hard, bro.
Crazy.
Like, I understand what Khaled's doing, bro. And then All I Do Is Win and like that era. What was the next track?
We Taking Over.
Yeah. Like you can feel that energy. I get it.
Mhm.
He makes anthems, bro. But I'm just getting tired of the formula right now, bro. Like it's just like the last album had some mediocre songs on it to me. Like this track with Migos and her. I wasn't feeling it that much. The other track when he was yelling over Lil Baby's like keep going. I forget the name of that song, but that one
Every
was
chance
just,
that I get was
yeah.
You didn't like that track?
It was hype in the moment, but I did not play it. Like
it's good in the car. For me, it's good in the car.
No, a lot of people like that song a lot, but I'm with you. I didn't really play that song like that.
Yeah, so like I don't know. I'm kind of getting over it. What I did hear was I think No ID produced there's gonna be a track with Jay-Z on the new Khaled album, and No ID said that Jay like really went to work on this one.
Okay.
But then this might be another case where niggas hype up the fucking verse and I hear
it. And it's just like another Keys.
And I'm over analyzing it now because I'm so hyped up.
I feel like Khaled's role in the culture is like the posse cut hit maker. But I think why he suffered so much is kind of what you highlighted there just now. That the posse cuts are out of style. Posse cuts aren't as big a thing as they were before.
Yeah.
Like before you see like 6 names and Lil Wayne, you're just like, let's get it. Now he could have the 6 names or whatever, but everyone's verse is way shorter.
Yep.
It's not the same posse cut style. It might be more like it's one person's style of song and everyone else is on it.
Bro, we're listening to 2-minute songs now.
I was just gonna say, do you think it's because the way that they're bringing it, like it's just quick songs all the time?
Yeah,
like,
dog,
you know what?
It's the beat. The beat now is carrying the song.
Yeah,
like even before you came, me and Chris were just bumping like these new guys.
Yeah,
and the beats were carrying 90% of the songs.
Yeah,
the flow was just following the track, and it was 2 minutes, bro. You don't even hear a third verse anymore. That shit is dead, bro.
No, they just want to hit you with those choruses, dropping a few verses, and then or like one verse maybe.
Yeah, look how popular Doja is from Central C. We talked about this last episode.
Yeah.
That is a 2-minute song, bro. He said the chorus twice.
It's 137. That's
137,
crazy.
bro.
That's
and the man,
crazy.
that's probably his biggest song to date.
He actually has way more hits than I thought.
He has a lot of hits, though.
But it's his number one right now.
It's climbing up to be one of his best songs ever.
For sure.
Commercially. 1 minute and 37 seconds, dog. That's crazy to me, bro.
Yeah, I don't like this new era in that same way. Like, I rather the 5-minute posse cut, or even the song that has a real outro and intro and like a bridge or a second beat to it. Like, I think that Khaled is like, also here's the thing, he's aging. Khaled is like way older than the crowd he's making music for.
That's facts.
You know, like the crowd he's making music for wasn't around for We Taking Over.
That's
you know,
facts.
they weren't around for I'm So Hood.
Yeah.
You know? So it's like, he's almost like starting over in a sense and is getting them with like, oh, you know who Lil Durk is? All right, you're here for Lil Durk. Because that's the thing too, is like, yeah, back in the day for sure, we were like, Rick Ross was on a track, or Pitbull when Pitbull was really rapping, or whoever it was. But we were still there because we just knew that Khaled had brought a certain type of energy to a track. I think now, even though we know Khaled will always have the people, it's whichever track has a person that we like. Like if this track is Roddy Ricch and I like Roddy Ricch, that's the track I'm going to.
Facts.
Before, it was like, it could be a mix of whoever. This mix could be T-Pain and Trick Daddy and whoever. I might not like all those dudes, but I know Khaled will get the mix right for me to like the song.
Yeah, you know T-Pain's going to be on the hook.
So I feel like he don't have that. Now it's more like, okay, it's a Lil Baby. I like Lil Baby. I like the song. Because
watch what's going to happen now, bro. That Jay-Z track, if it's just Jay-Z, it's not going to get that many streams. Because this next generation doesn't give a fuck like that. About the older generation, right? They're not gonna be like, oh, Jay-Z, I gotta go look out for this. It's gonna be guys like us. Anybody that's like 26 to like plus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Well, I feel like the new generation, they're also finding a lot of their artists out like through TikTok and everything. And people are like almost catering to it, it feels like in some senses.
Bro, I can't even lie. TikTok's busting me on some tracks, bro. I listened to Step One. What's that guy's name? Sleazy what?
Oh, it was Sleazy World Go?
Bro. And he had a track with Offset called Step One.
Oh, I've seen this track.
I've been bumping that shit all week, bro.
I haven't seen it or listened to it yet. It's tough.
Offset bodies that shit, bro.
Yeah.
Bodies that shit.
TikTok puts mans on the tracks. I can't hate on TikTok. But I just think that in terms of the actual quality of music, that's the thing. I think the quality of music isn't important anymore. Here's the thing. My favorite album of the year, rap-wise so far, is Saba's album, Few Good Things. His album being like the best quality of rap album to me isn't as important as someone having a bigger single or more streams. And singles run the shit now. So if you have like 3 singles that stream crazy, your album goes platinum. When before it was like those 3 singles I like, but the album's trash. So yeah, Khaled, I don't know. We gotta see for the album. We'll talk about the album when the album comes out, but I feel like this song was a miss. I like the verses.
I like the video too, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to everyone from Toronto who's in that video. That video was, I think, staffed by a Toronto company. So shout out to all the Toronto people in the video.
Like a couple scenes were at York University.
Yeah. So Toronto's heavy in that video. But Drake got not killed, but Lil Baby out-rapped Drake again.
It's not the first time.
Again. So I don't know.
Anyway, we might get shot. There's OVO shooters everywhere.
Yeah, it is OVO today. So
yeah, we could actually go right by his house. We're not too far from it.
Oh yeah, bro. Yo, they gave BG 9 years.
Man, so I worked the game. I forgot the name of her team now, but her team was playing on the day they announced it. So they did
on Phoenix Mercury?
Phoenix. There you go. Yeah. And DT was injured, and they did like a whole thing before the game.
Did you see my wifey?
Skylar Diggins?
Yeah.
She had a rough game.
Oh, damn.
That's probably because of you.
Oh, shit. Well, I might be able to...
Console her?
Yeah, next episode we'll talk about.
Don't kill me.
Continue.
But yeah, it was emotional because it was like a moment of silence they had. They all had wearing free BG shirts.
Yeah.
And I think there's two parts that's crazy to me. One is that she's getting charged with possession and smuggling.
Crazy.
That is the smuggling addition is wild. Secondly, she's in Russia to play. And everyone who follows WNBA knows that she's only because she's a top player. The players who are lower on the rankings aren't playing in Europe like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like opposite of the NBA. In the NBA, from your career's falling apart, you go to Europe and you try and get back. WNBA is opposite. If you're a top player in the offseason, you go to Europe.
Yeah, it's the best way to make paper.
And get your bread. So it's like her kind of having to do that is part of this whole not getting paid enough WNBA thing that they've been talking about for years. And it's like almost like, I think it was a bad circumstance regardless. Yeah. But had she get paid enough, she wouldn't even be there.
It's crazy when DJ 47 was here. Mm-hmm. He said it in passing, but he said the exact same thing. If the WNBA was paying the players like a certain amount, they wouldn't feel the need to leave their home country.
Facts.
To go to another country. That being said, you can't play in other countries. Mm-hmm. You just can't. And I've expressed this opinion multiple times. I do feel like they're using her as a pawn in order to get things done on the back end, which kind of sucks. But at the same time, like you kind of open the door for you to be used as a pawn, which is unfortunate.
Yeah.
9 years is way too rough. So
wild.
like my heart goes out to her and her family when it comes to that. So I don't know. There's so many different ways to look at this whole situation, but like just looking at 9 years, there's people that I could kill somebody and get less possibly than 9 years. Get less time depending on the manner that I killed the person.
Crazy. And the crazy part, I feel bad for her wife because her wife said that she hasn't seen her since, and I think it was February 17th she got detained.
Yeah.
And all she got was a text saying, "They're taking my phone. I'm going in now." And she hasn't seen her since then.
That's crazy.
And there was that picture that's going around with her like in the Russian jail. And so the trial, when they just like announced her sentence, I think that was the first time she saw like her face like since everything happened.
Yeah. And then she had a video that went out.
Yeah, that as well.
Yeah.
So I feel bad for her family who it's like there's no goodbye. Like it was like,
no, it's rough, man. They're going through it, bro. Yeah. It's almost been how long she been in there? Since
February.
So
that's what, 6 months now? More than 6 months?
They're not seeing her until next year, at least the earliest, depending on what can get done on the back end.
And she's 31, so 9 years will take her till she's 40. Like that's her.
Her playing career is done.
Playing career is done.
But I mean, she's hopefully. She's coming home. I'm thinking because of the trade, right? Because they want that Russian. Like my quick opinion on the 9 years. Like I feel like they pushed her to the max at 9.5 years because they wanted to get this guy back.
Yeah.
And maybe if they gave her a 1 year or something, would the US have gone and been like, you know what? We don't want this arms deal back.
Yeah.
So they're like, give her the max. So it's like 9.5 years, a long time for someone to play.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then they're guaranteed
to play, for sure.
But
yeah, I hope that trade happens. It's crazy we're in 2022 trading human beings, but
fuck the racial. You said the racial draft the other day, bro.
Yo, literally, it's how it's going.
Yo, and it's for something that like we can go to the store 2 doors down and just buy right now.
Crazy.
Yeah, I think that there's a portion like this is just me guessing. I think there's a portion of that league though that feels like she should know better, especially at the age, but because she is almost like a Anthony Davis, Karl Anthony Towns type. Where she's been this goated player since high school, college. Like she's known this was going to be how her life's going to go. And as well, it's so common for players to go over there.
Yeah.
That they should know the rules of don't bring this.
That's another reason why I think it's kind of strange that like she's been going to foreign countries for X amount of years. And now all of a sudden, like this one mistake happens, you know what I mean? So I don't know.
No, it is weird. It is weird.
So I don't know. Maybe, honestly, until she comes back stateside, we're not gonna know the full story.
Are you thinking like maybe they planted it there, or it would? Because you're right. If she's been there that, Putin, don't get us, man.
Yo,
I don't know. I'm just, we talked about conspiracy theories. We got a pretty big following.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Listen, I just feel bad because, like, to have something going right in your life, like in a good way. and then it goes all the way wrong.
Yeah.
And affects your whole life.
Rough.
Like, that is absolutely rough. So listen, prayers out to Britney and her fam.
It's almost like coming out of a relationship.
I am screaming.
Anyway, next episode.
Next episode.
Episode 20. Episode 20.
So you put here for TVs and movies, Nope is having mixed reviews.
Yes.
I still haven't seen Nope. It's been weeks. So I do plan on seeing it probably this Tuesday. So by the time everybody listens to this. So I will have a full-fledged review for this movie. Have you seen it yet?
I still haven't seen it. I'm actually checking my schedule right now. See if I can fit it in on Tuesday.
Jeez, big money.
All right. Yeah, we're going to see if we can get in on Tuesday as well. I've been hearing a lot of mixed reviews. People are saying it's good, but they didn't love it.
Okay.
Or it's a little overhyped.
Okay.
But I think, here's what I think. I feel like we've got to see it, and we'll talk about it next pod and decide for ourselves. But with Jordan Peele, there's almost no way to really take any reviews from his movies accurately. It's like what I say about Beyonce and Drake. Like, at a certain level, you can't take anyone's review of that properly. Yeah. Because no one's gonna review that like moderately.
That's what I'm trying to get the pod to that level, bro.
So we're just doing stuff like that?
Yeah, we're just coming on and just talking bullshit,
This is the worst movie a black man has ever made. Like, yeah. That's kind of what I feel like Jordan Peele gets. Like, either it's like, he's so overrated. Yeah. This is horrible. Or it's like, oh, he's a genius. He did it again. And it's like, this movie might just be aight.
Yeah.
You know? So we got to see.
I like to put my own judgment on movies. Unless I go on Rotten Tomatoes or like it's just critically bad. Like it gets a bad review. Gets a rotten review, IMDb gets a bad review, then I'm like, yo, fuck this movie. But if it's mixed, then I like to put in my own opinion.
Okay, I'm gonna give us the Rotten Tomato review. Before we do, can everyone take a guess? What do you think the critic score is, and what do you think the audience score is?
They go by percentage, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say the critic score is gonna be 70-ish, and then the audience score is gonna be 82.
Okay, I like that guess.
Critics. Yeah, I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna say the critics was. Let's say the critics is 60. Let's say the audience is 75.
So you were right in the number of 82%, but that's the critic score.
Oh,
so the critic score is 82%. The audience score is 69.
69.
I would have thought it was the other way.
Wow.
So the critics rated it more than the audience.
Don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Clearly.
Anytime I like a movie and then the critics hate it, I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Or if the audience hates it and I like it, I'm like, yo, these stupid ass motherfuckers, yo.
I think though that this makes me feel like it's a good movie. Because for the sort of be basically a 70 from the audience score with mixed reviews, that's means
an above average movie. Bro.
Right. So I feel like it is a good movie. But yeah, I'm excited to see it this week coming up. 2 hours and 15 minutes.
Oh, that's it's a little getting there, but you know, I can do it. I'm so used to watching TikToks, you know, 2 hours and 15 minutes.
A lot to handle.
So we went from one black director.
Yes.
To another black director. We went from Jordan Peele. Now we're going to go to Ryan Coogler. I'm the segue god.
Yes.
You see how I do it here. Wakanda Forever. I talked about the MCU's last phase. I wasn't feeling it. I'm looking forward to some of the things that they announced. One of those things, Wakanda Forever. Did you guys see the trailer?
I did.
Chris, did you see the trailer?
No.
Please watch the trailer after this. It looks bad when the one white guy on the podcast did not watch the Wakanda Forever.
Man, just cancel.
Yeah. So, but yeah, please watch the trailer. It was actually a very good trailer. I'm looking forward to watching this movie. Are you?
For sure. Yeah, what did you think of the trailer though? Like
the trailer was powerful, bro. Angela Bassett, like she delivered a really powerful speech, so that was sick. I like the intrigue, and I like the fact that they're not telling us who Black Panther is yet. So
that's my question. What are your theories? Like, where do you think they're headed with it?
Okay, everybody wants to think that Black Panther is gonna be the sister Shuri. I personally believe that T'Challa's girlfriend is probably gonna be pregnant in the movie. So she might not be Black Panther. So I got two options here for the people. One of these two are going to come true. You ready? If it's not Shuri. They're going to resurrect Michael B. Jordan as Killmonger.
Okay, I've heard that one.
Which would be dope. It would be a great character arc. Or Okoye It was she's the leader of the Dora Milaje.
Like the army.
Yeah. So one of those two I would prefer because she has a lot of combat experience.
Mm-hmm.
So I can believe her kind of transitioning into being in that role while like someone like Shuri or Angela Bassett runs Wakanda.
Yeah, I think it has to be someone who you can see like going toe to toe, like actually in combat. Yeah. So I feel like I like your theory the best because I feel like it has to be someone you could see in that role. I think I'm gonna sound like a hater, but I feel like Michael B coming back and doing that. I don't know if he has the acting chops.
You don't think so?
That. Nah. Like I think here's the thing. I feel like when he has a good role, because Michael B is almost like.
I've heard this before about Michael B.
I'm not gonna hate it, but
guys, that's my guy, bro.
No, he's my guy too. But it's okay. It's like this. Michael B is a good actor.
Yeah,
but he's not on the level of like gravitas as some of the other people. Like Will Smith said it himself. He's like, listen, I can cry on command and I stay in great shape.
Yeah,
but I'll never be Denzel.
Yeah.
So what Denzel does, I'll never do. That's how I look at Michael B.
Michael B doesn't have charisma. I'll say that.
No, I think that's all he has.
You think he? I don't feel like he has a lot of charisma.
I think what his thing that helps him a lot is that like people like him as himself.
Okay.
And how he moves.
Okay.
So just watching him on screen, people like to see what he's gonna do almost in whatever role he's. It's almost like Justin Timberlake when Timberlake was trying to act.
Yeah.
And it was like, all right, Timberlake has tattoos now. Okay, cool. You know, like how he's acting is almost secondary.
Yeah.
And I think that this cast is so good that you have like Letitia Wright, Lupita Nyong'o, Angela Bassett.
Yep.
And these are like heavy hitters.
Here's the thing that I kind of agree with. Like I rock with Michael B. Jordan a lot. He's had some great roles, as you said. But when you put him up with some of those people, like Forrest Whitaker, I think is in the movie. No, is he?
Yeah.
Forrest Whitaker's in the movie. Homeboy, what's his name? The big guy. And he plays in Baku.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
He's a great actor.
He's sick, yeah.
Lupita, Angela Bassett. Oh man, Letitia. Man, it's a lot. It's a lot going on. The same girl. There's another girl in it. Fuck, I forget her name, man. But there's a lot of powerful actors in there. And
Winston Duke is
Winston Duke. Yeah. There's another woman. I forget her name. Forgive me, but she's from Let Me Destroy You or something like that.
Michaela?
Yes. She's a great actress too. Martin Freeman. There's a lot. It's hard for Michael B to stack up with some of these guys in terms of versatility.
Nice, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I probably noticed now watching a movie I didn't notice when I was younger, is like when there's an actor or an actress in a scene who just can't hang, it's so noticeable.
Yeah.
It's so noticeable. And in the movie, like the whole cast is phenomenal. It's not like there's just 2 or 3 people. We named what, like 8, 9 people?
Yeah, they're top level actors.
There's people we couldn't even figure out their names.
Yeah.
So it's like Michael B as the main actor with all those going on. So I feel like for sure he'd fit, I think, storyline wise and the action part of it for sure.
Yeah.
But this movie would not be the same with him trying to carry it, you know. So I feel like for that, and as well, like Black Panther is emotional for me because obviously
I want to see how they handle Chadwick's death as well.
And this is like our story. Like when you watch the trailer for Wakanda Forever, it's like you're kind of like watching like a funeral of someone you know. Facts. In a sense.
Yeah.
You know, as a Black person. So it's like they can't fuck this up.
Yeah.
You know, they had to get this right.
I have faith in Coogler.
But I think why I'm worried because Coogler and Michael B are so close.
Oh, they're really tight.
They really,
you
really
really hate Michael B, eh?
No. I rock with Michael B, but there's levels, man. There's levels. Like
you don't think he can get there to be one of the top like Black male actors out there?
He's already one of the top.
He's super young too. Well, he's not super young, but he's
compared
young.
To,
you know when somebody's like in their prime in terms of acting, that's like when they're in their 40s and shit.
Yeah.
Like he still has time, bro.
Did you see the movie you did with Jamie Foxx?
Which one?
Just Mercy, I think it's called.
Yeah. The lawyer one. Yeah.
So when you watch that, the scenes where he's giving like his thoughts in the courtroom and he's doing his speeches, those fall pretty flat. I feel like he doesn't have what it takes for those. Like if you think of putting like a Jamie Foxx or a Denzel or even a Don Cheadle in those spaces, a whole different ball game. Damn. And the scenes where he has with Jamie, that would like I already kind of thought this before, but the scenes he has with Jamie, it's so obvious. Because Jamie Foxx is just Jamie Foxx.
You know what? You have a point because he had another movie that was on Amazon.
Remorse something.
Yeah, Without Remorse.
Yeah.
It wasn't it, bro.
Yeah, because that's the thing too is like he's enjoyable to watch in certain like in Creed.
Creed's amazing. I fuck with all the Creeds.
You see what I'm saying?
I can't wait till the third one comes out.
In Creed, you're rocking with it. It's a vibe, all that. But you put him with someone who's, you know what it's like? As Raptors fans, we're gonna really understand this. Like as a Raptors fan, when we and Jose Calderon was our most consistent player.
Oh nah, stop. All right, stop. No.
Ralph's offended.
Nah, I can't do this. We're just this has been like 5 minutes on shitting on a black man. I can't do it.
So let me end it with some positive.
Okay.
I got big love for Michael B. He's already a living legend. I think he should have a place in this movie. I think that if he had a place in this film, that would be probably the biggest pop. Other than the big surprise happening, that'd be the biggest pop in the theater whenever he's revived or comes back.
Yo, you know what? I always have this fear because like I always plan to when I'm 30. Well, as soon as 30 hits, like I really want to get into like directing and stuff like that. So I have this fear of like I want to pander to certain people because I don't want to be a big director. And then Michael B pulls it up and he's like, yo, I remember when you're talking shit X amount of time. But at the end of the day, this is a free program for me to chat and freely speak my mind. But Michael B, these are all Adriel stuff.
Yeah, listen, I just want it to be the best it could be. You know, I have a lot personally tied up in this film.
Yes.
So I just want it to be the best it could be. And I just think that Michael B, again, I'll finish my Jose Calderon point. You don't want Jose...
No. So we got the non-rap suggestion of the week.
Oh, man.
So, Chris, I'm going to let you know, you already know that we do the non-rap suggestion of the week, but you're going to be a part of the podcast, right? Yeah. So starting next week, I need you to prepare a non-rap suggestion just for each episode, just to drop it in. Cool? So for this episode, I had Burna Boy on the mind. Because I was hearing Last All Caravana Weekend. Yep. So I went back and I listened to Kilometre one more time, 2 more times, 3 more times. And it's a big song. I love that track. I love the flow. I love the vibe. So I'm going to go with Kilometre by Burna Boy.
Quick, give me a yes or no how you feel about this. Omar, you know my boy Omari?
Yeah.
He said Burna Boy is the African future. How do you feel about that?
I'm done with these niggas, man. Actually... He's like the African Drake.
Interesting.
I'll say that.
So we'll get back to this because Omari said that Wizkid is the African Drake. So we'll come back to this.
Okay.
We'll come back to this.
Omari, come on the podcast, man. Where you at, bro?
I also had, the Afrobeat Caribbean vibe on the mind. I went with Wanna Be Loved by Buju Banton. Listen, if anyone listening to this pod has not heard that song, like, please.
The man went to Jamaica for a couple days and the man just bumping Buju. That's crazy.
Yo. I'm telling you, like, if you don't know this song, you gotta this song can play at any time, in any mix. And if you hear what he's saying too, real track. Okay. So Wanna Be Loved, Buju Banton.
Okay.
Huge.
And then Stacks Edwards, we'll get to you next week. How's that song?
Yeah.
All right. So you got a creator showcase.
Yes. I think this is the first time we're doing like an album or a project. I'm not sure. You got to tell me.
For a creator showcase? Yeah.
For a creator showcase? Okay. So Clairmont The Second, he's a big dog in the Canadian rap scene. He's one of the best. He's been on my show. He's worked with a lot of the best, artists coming out of Canada. He dropped an EP. And from what I know, it was out of nowhere on some surprise Beyonce type beat. It's called Full Circle. There's a video out now for Doing Right. But please check out the EP. It's only 4 songs. It came out, was it today, Saturday? So yesterday or whenever you hear this, it'll be Friday the 5th. But yeah, he's kind of similar to that Saba of like a conscious rap sound. But he's talking some real stuff, man. He always keeps it 7,000. And he's like, I feel like he's definitely what people don't think of when they think of a Toronto hip hop sound. Like when you hear his music and stuff he's doing, people might be like, oh, I wonder where he's from. But from Toronto, Clairmont The Second. I think it's CT The Second on Instagram. So you'll find that.
Damn, that's a hard nickname.
CT The Second?
Yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah, so Clairmont's an absolute real one. His new project is out now. His first anything in 2 years. So hopefully this means you got a proper full album coming.
All right. right. Shout outs to Clairmont the Second, man. And that sounds like it's a wrap on episode 19 of the Mayor's Office podcast. You already know what it is. We're sitting here at 1990 Studios. Ralph, aka the Mayor.
Next episode, Ralph's getting into some spicy stuff.
Next episode, the Appleton is gonna be on deck. We're smoking blunt. Yo, Chris, can we even smoke in here? I doubt it.
We'll talk about it off camera.
On Patreon, we'll smoke on Patreon. Yes, but yeah, next episode is gonna get a little litty. It's gonna be a lot of life changes for me. But for now, episode 19. I appreciate everybody for listening. Ralph, aka the Mayor, AdrielSmiley.com, Stacks, Edwards. How you guys feeling on episode 19?
Crispy.
I'm feeling good, man. I'm fired up. I'm ready to start my Saturday night.
We don't say crispy anymore. That word's gone, remember? That was the old pod. Anyway. Anyway.
Yo, even I caught that reference.
Damn. Anyway, Adriel.
Yo, make sure you subscribe to us. Please and thank you. Leave us a rating and a review. 5 stars, not a single star less. Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Follow us on, what else are we on? TikTok? What else are we on?
We're on YouTube.
Subscribe
Spotify,
on YouTube. Spotify.
Apple Music.
And make sure you turn your post notifications on.
Turn that shit on, man.
Yeah, if you want to see new posts come in, turn that on.
What y'all niggas doing, man?
And of course, until next time, know yourself, know your worth.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
Thanks for listening to this episode. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, Spotify, and anywhere else you can play podcasts.